Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Estimel. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4.
Yeah!
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Zach Bond, from that outside linebacker spot, gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
There we go.
Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cowboys at 6 and 4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Brings up second.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Yeah! Here we go, Whitey!
On the ground, it's Maffa. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Here's 3rd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go, Whitey!
Prescott now from the 50. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 5. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Hurts. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Eagles 14, Cowboys 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second and a couple.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
21. Cowboys 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Everybody.
A carry now from Maffa. Bulldozes past him. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Everybody, kill. 47. Hey, 47. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Prescott from the gun on third. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with
and he will go down. The Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 19, shot.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Prescott to throw it. got his man, and that's the rookie fourth-round pick. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Yeah!
Looking to throw. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here is 3rd and 5.
Yeah, here we go!
Prescott yet again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
A gain of 36 yards. And an Eagle first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No touch it! No touch!
Up the middle with Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Hey, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Hurts changing up the play. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
His kick is good.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Cowboys 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now. And this one is incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, kill! 47, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And from the 41, this is second and a yard.
47. 26.
They'll run here with Martha. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to him on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Yeah! Here we go. 48. 26.
Here's Prescott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Yeah!
They'll try to run for it with Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jaded Blue, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but it takes him all the way into the end zone.
Cowboys 24. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey. Cougar night.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Trimmer.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take 4
They go with glue between the tackles. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jaden Blue with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Hurts going to move him around. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a toss right to Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
180.
Here's Hurts to throw. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Here's 1st down.
Here we go. Sliding.
Here's Maffa. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the Eagles' 47-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Dak. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run up the middle here with blue. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They run, Maffa, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. On the give, this is blue. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Cowboys, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.